before I launch into a huge monologue, okay, my voice is getting picked up. Someone say something. Friends, start talking. Yeah, all right,
Hello.
it worked. Yeah.
We're ready. We in here.
All right, it's working.
Hello.
Yay.
Cheers.
Yes, hello. It's Tuesday, innit?
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tuesday!
Oh,
Y'all
it's a
were echoing
fucking
that, you
Tuesday,
know.
mate.
Motherfucking Tuesday.
Welcome back to Magic RPG and Ignite Recall, friends. We have a wonderful show for you tonight where we will have love, probably some goodbyes, and then almost definitely a heist.
Mhm.
Probably in that order. But we'll see, you know?
Wait,
It's
what was that
fine.
middle part?
Did you say goodbyes?
Goodbyes, plural.
Nothing.
Probably.
No.
Oh, no. At least they're not bad buys.
My Discord name's a little too real.
No.
I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday night, and we're gonna get this party started. If you are new here, welcome. You can catch up, youtube.com/magicrpg. If you would like to say hi to us, join our community, see the wonderful things we do at this awesome and magical channel, spacey channel, discord.gg/magicrpg is the best place to know what's going on with us. You can talk to us about Enshrouded, Dune Awakening, Marvel Rivals, and all the other obsessions. I swear it was awesome. Yesterday we had 6 people all in a Discord channel streaming their games, playing different games at the same time. That was actually pretty awesome. It was one of the more surreal moments of gaming with friends. Thank you, Coldrake, for the sub. Yeah, it's cool. But if you would like to join us and talk about all of those things along with all of the games that we play, you can do that there. And if you would like to help support us, you can do that by leaving us a tip that will also influence the game. Ignite tips is the command in chat, and you can also see below Mandy's face all the different rewards just kind of scrolling by. Thank you all for the support. It goes towards our production costs, mainly in the form of artwork that we get for these shows. As well as things like subscriptions and admin costs and all of that stuff where we have to pay people. Momo B is the artist for this game, so if you would like to feed Momo, help out.
Feed her cheese.
Yes.
She's down in the mines for you.
Please.
And then maybe she won't murder you if you do that.
Maybe.
Happy
No
birthday,
promises.
Jason. And then I believe, is it this week or next week that we're back with Warhammer?
Next.
No, it's not this Friday,
not this
but
one.
the next.
Next
I
Friday, we are back with
Next
Ashes
Friday.
of the Lost. We've got some people traveling, so we had to step away for a little bit, but they will be back. Yes, it is next Friday, June 27th, and they'll all be back. And
For the
Tracy
Golden
will have
Throne.
to reconcile with the fact that her character fell in love with an orc. You know, it's just
Whoa, love for anyone but
something
the Emperor.
that, you know,
Spoilers.
I love
um,
that for her.
she's going to have to
Yeah.
grapple with. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you should watch that show. That's on our YouTube also, and it's really good. So yeah, it's a good time. You all ready to get happy, sad, have some downtime before you get ready to stick it to the hegemony one more time?
One more time.
Give it to
Oh
us.
my god, can we
That's
go to
actually
a concert?
that's actually in my official character playlist.
Oh.
It's such a vibe.
Oh, it's such
It
a good
is.
one.
And also those playlists from our Discord, so you should go check it out.
Yes.
See you in a second. Whoop. Nope. That just went to me. God, let's try that again. Whoa. Wait, I just heard a dono.
Wait, what?
Hey,
the
thank
Momo
you.
Bee tipped $5
It's-
to herself.
It's me.
Thank you for the dono.
It's me, so I can get a Craig Indigo monologue after what's going on.
Oh.
Yes.
Do that?
You know
That's
what?
big
Making
brain.
out-of-game wishes come true.
Yes, that was my wish last session, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Wow. All right. Let's you know what? Going right there.
Oh, yeah.
Literally
Hang
just
on.
putting $5 into her own pocket for the next RGS.
And that's investing in myself.
You know what? Because you did that, that's why I got you, dog. Always invest in yourselves, guys.
Indigo, what are you thinking in this moment, having saved your friends from this chop shop, as it were?
I've thought of logically and statistically of the heinous and downright despicable things that the hegemony can do to others, myself included. But in running all those simulations in my mind, it still does not hit as hard as when you're holding your loved one that you care so much about in your arm. And you know that you have to be that change that you wish the universe was strong enough to do on its own. And you know that, unfortunately, by doing that, you may cause the same harm that's happening to you. Was that 30 seconds?
Is close enough if it wasn't.
That was beyond it. Yeah, it's definitely.
Okay.
Well done.
Got my money's worth. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well done, Craig.
I got you.
The aftermath is quick, as the building was coming down and you knew you had to be quick. But with Victor's
who I
help and his Misa's help, you are able to evacuate all of the together Urbots from Conclave 1 and quickly get them back to the shuttle. As for getting through the wreckage of this place to get the ones that either weren't moving, had been disassembled, or the cores, that is going to be something we do during downtime. But you were able to save the majority of the people there and quickly get out before the factory building collapsed on itself, thanks to some quick work by all of you. What would Ignite Recall be without a building collapsing?
Season 2. I don't think a building collapsed in season 2.
That's a lie.
I mean, there was
Is
a
it?
building
I was
that
gonna say,
literally
I'm pretty sure it
collapsed
did.
into the
I'm pretty
sun.
sure yeah.
Mhm.
Not to mention,
Yeah, we did.
You did the slide down the building. Was that season 2?
That
Yes.
was
That was
That was like the
season one.
beginning of it.
There was
What?
definitely
Beginning
that
of
in
season 2
season
or end of
1
season
also.
1?
That was
Okay,
season
Yeah.
1.
my bad.
But
Oh,
season
no,
2,
there
we
was,
crashed the space station.
Yes.
Yeah, but then also there was many buildings blowing up when
Casually crashing
the-
a
in
blew
the-
space
We blew a
station.
person up.
Biggie.
in the
We did do
blow a
that.
person up.
yeah, like with
We
a
might have
space laser.
exploded. We exploded most of a building, but the
There were a
whole
lot of
thing didn't
explosions.
fall.
Right.
So
Let's just say we have a history.
you have
Yes.
history.
There we go.
You've recovered and head back to the Firedrake, where you're all getting some R&R. Victor taking Blue for some TLC, and it was her time after the wedding. I'm sure Indigo spending some time with Speeder after their horrifying ordeal. Barzuk looking after some of the others his 8-foot tall stature and the very warm embrace that he has, and is instantly just making sure everyone is all right. I would just love to know from anyone who wants to start, what are you doing in the immediate aftermath of what happened?
I have a thing.
Go ahead, Pink.
I'm actually looking for Ace Misa.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Because we're still close to the planet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for Ace Misa, like first thing.
Ooh, I know what you're gonna do.
Unless there's
Yeah, Ismisa
Um,
Ismisa is around. Would Ismisa be with Red, you think, Red?
I think so. I think we'd be chilling back in the room, and I'd be like, "All right, we're about to watch a movie." And then if Pink walked up, she'd be like, "I'll go help Pink."
yeah.
So you
she'll walk
all
up
have
to
the projector on in Red's
Yeah.
quarters, and Pink knocks on the door. Pokes her head in.
Hey, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you're not
really-
interrupting. Yeah.
Really, both of you, talking to both of you is fine, but if you're busy, I can just steal. Could I just steal Ismisa for just a minute? Is that all right?
Sure, of course. Yeah, no, she's all yours. I'll be here just watching little Bring It On, Cheer or Die. You ever heard of that one?
Oh, that sounds like that's the one with the cheerleaders and the spirit fingers, right? Like that's the
It is. It's
movie?
a sequel.
Yeah.
That is a slasher. Actually, it's great.
Oh my god, I would really like to watch that sometime
You know,
for sure.
Red and his
but-
slasher flicks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're sometimes they're they're just kind of ridiculous, compared to real life.
Well, that's the
horror
point.
and
It's
gore.
fantastical. You get to lose yourself in the moment.
Yeah, that makes it less bad, I think, to me. Anyway,
Yeah. But yeah, go. Y'all
just
have
for a second. Only need a
ladies'
few
night
minutes,
or whatever.
if you don't mind. And I'm looking at Ismisa, please.
Of course. We can go to your place.
Sure. Which is really just the lab at this point. So I'm walking with her down the hallway and I say, listen, I feel like you're maybe not more equipped, but more comfortable with the ask that I have. And if you need to think about it, it's fine. But since we're close to the planet where I think it is, I would like to talk to you about artifacts.
Happy to tell you what I know.
Well, my understanding is on Indri, there is something called the Indri Wave. Have you ever heard of it?
That's a great question. Yeah, where's my dice? My child's stolen my dice.
My child.
A child.
A child.
Alright, fortune rolling. I've heard of it, but I certainly don't know any details.
Well, it's a powerful artifact, and you like those, right?
I like certain powerful artifacts, but sure, I like them well enough.
Well, my goal is mostly just to have some to keep them out of the hands of the hegemon and the Church of Stellar Flame. So that's really my goal here. Also, research. But I will tell you what it does, if that is what it will take to ask if you could see if you feel it, if it is on the planet. That's what I want.
Yes, if you could give a physical description, that would help as well, but I'm sure the powers that it has would help too.
So here's the thing. I don't know what... I have a list, but I don't know what these artifacts look like. I only know vaguely what they apparently, allegedly do.
She leans over, like looking to see if what you're looking at. Can I see the list?
I'll show it to her.
She'll kind of nod. Hmm. She kind of like gives you a side eye, looks back at the list. Are you planning on using these?
Not unless absolutely necessary.
What constitutes as absolutely necessary?
Everything else has been tried. Or we can find them and put them somewhere where they'll never be found. Ultimately, I don't want the hegemony to have these.
I suppose there's no harm in me telling you if I can sense it. We may have to have a longer discussion with Red about Shisai. The premise of doing as little harm as possible.
I agree with doing as little harm as possible. And ideally, this is to reduce harm. Because if others get it, do you see my logic? If we have it, we know it can't be used against innocent people.
Give me a minute. And
Sure.
she closes her eyes, sits down on the floor for a moment, and focuses. Yes, it's probably here.
So you sense it?
I do.
Okay. Well, if that's evidence enough, then at least I know it's here.
Couldn't really
Thank
give
you.
you a specific direction, but if a planet is as good as you need to get it narrowed down, I hope that's helpful.
I'm not going to keep this from the crew, so it's not a secret.
Good. We
I'm
all
going to
have
tell them
enough
about
secrets.
it. Now that I know that it actually exists and isn't a myth. That was me confirming.
I see.
You can tell Red about it. I'm not going to tell you to keep a secret. I didn't want to get their hopes up about maybe finding these things and then it not being real.
You know, if you're thinking about ensuring that no one finds these things, could be that the best thing to do is not go looking for them.
It could be.
Or
I don't particularly want them, but now that I know they exist.
they certainly have been used to do harm before, if your notes are correct.
That's what it seems. I'm more interested in the one on Sanhandra, actually.
Yeah. Seems to not be a coincidence. An artifact that drains water on a desert planet.
Your former Night Speakers? Are they former? Are you still with the Night Speakers? I don't know how well that works, I'm sorry.
It's a hard question to answer, and one that I'm
Fair
having
enough.
to reckon with a lot recently.
Fair enough. Are they the ones who move these things around?
Some of them, not these three.
Okay. Well, thank you for confirming. Now I need to decide if I'm going to do anything at all about it.
Not an easy
I
question to
appreciate-
answer, and one that I'm familiar with.
I was hoping they were myths.
Unfortunately, the more you're alive in this universe, the more you realize that there are dangerous things beyond our understanding lurking around every corner.
Yeah.
Red keeps trying to convince me that some things are better left alone. If you asked me a year ago, I would have been the first one to go into whatever caves to try to excavate where this thing is from. Now, not so sure.
She nods. Well, it's certainly not something I'm going to try to do by myself, so everyone's gonna have to learn about it eventually.
I wish you
So-
luck.
Thank you. Thanks for the time. I know you were in the middle of something. Anyway,
Oh, I'm sure I could miss the first death. If you
Hey,
need anything, let me
are
know.
you
Hmm.
are you all right with all of this?
Prism, the Firedrake, the Rebellion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's all right. I have other matters that require my attention that I've been ignoring for too long.
She nods.
The things
Well-
we do for love, huh?
Yeah. Why do you think I'm looking for these crazy artifacts?
Hey, Pink.
Yeah.
Do you think real forgiveness is actually possible?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Good.
She'll pat Misa on the shoulder.
Yeah, she'll nod and walk back to Red. All right, let's go.
Hey, welcome back. I missed you. What did y'all talk about?
Destructive powers of terrible impact and importance.
One of my favorite subjects. Well, hope y'all didn't get too carried away.
No, but maybe you should set Pacific Rim up next.
You read my mind. I really do love you.
I love you too. She'll kind of look at you. Yeah. Alright, just those two, and then we gotta come up with a plan for the Urbots.
Yeah. Perfect. Let's just enjoy the moment. And he'll kind of lift his arm up for her to snuggle into.
She'll lean back kind of there. It's a little bit awkward, but she is comfortable.
We're working on it. We're working on
Yeah.
it.
She's still getting used to it after a few years of isolation.
Been there. Been there. sister. I've been there. I know that feel.
And head across the ship to Blue.
What about me?
We know what you and Victor were up to, at least for some of the time.
Yeah. maybe,
Afterwards,
yeah.
what are you two up to?
Oh, that's right. I guess we got married. That's crazy.
You did get married.
Probably just having a little sit.
You know, it doesn't really feel any different to be married. I thought it would.
I'm glad it doesn't. I would have been a little disappointed if I had felt some kind of big difference. Ceremony was a little bit of a big to-do, but I like it.
Well, typically it's much larger back home, but you know, I think we put our own twist on it, and that makes it better.
He kind of like looks at his hand and grabs your hand where the wave is. Says,
How does that feel?
not so bad now.
Hmm.
Did you
Well-
save the day?
Obviously. She kind of huffs. I'm not some action hero in one of Red's movies.
Actually, I think that's exactly who you are.
Doesn't feel like it sometimes. I think they do a lot more winning than we do.
What do you mean? When was the last time you didn't win?
Her genuinely trying to recall. Well, there was that time I was almost choked out and killed by his Misa, but or kidnapped by his Misa.
He's kind of nodding. Yeah.
Huh.
You know, I would appreciate it if you could get your comms not cut the next time you're all in trouble.
Right. Well, next time I have control over that, I will make sure.
You make a guy wonder, that's all.
Oh? You think I didn't want to talk to you?
Well, you are known to drive fast in one direction or another
Yes, but you're usually good at keeping up.
most of the time.
I'd say so.
You're not
I
getting
wouldn't-
away from me again.
Well, yeah, we're kind of bound now.
What do I do with my ship? Do I need to sell it now?
No, we can have two.
But who's gonna drive mine?
You just dock it back home. What if we
Home
need it?
is a long way away, Eden.
Yeah, but you really like that ship. You shouldn't have to sell it.
I really do like that ship.
Just
I
keep
guess
it. Just keep it.
we could park it back
can have
at the
two.
base. Yeah.
We can have a few ships. What's a few ships?
Yeah, 2 ships, 3 criminal syndicates, all in a day's work for the power couple in the Procyon sector.
As long as it's not, horribly expensive. I don't know. I don't see the issue.
Well, I'm not
She
exactly
gives-
paying taxes on a stolen ship, now am I?
He said, I don't pay taxes, baby. She does give kind of a blank, confused little blank. Because this is her one area of not expertise. If you ask this woman any finances, that's none of her business. That's none of her damn business. That's his business. That's what he does.
Mm,
Okay?
mhm,
So she doesn't know what it costs to keep that many ships.
Well, you
Why
worry
not?
about keeping us in front of the hegemony gunships, and I'll worry about evading the tax ships.
Another confused blank.
It's okay.
You're
honey.
evading. You're not paying taxes.
On a stolen ship while I'm part of a
oh, right,
terrorist
right.
organization. No.
Right.
I'm not paying Taxes.
Right. Oh, but then there's no monetary keep up.
Eden of the Fifth Sea. You remember that? No?
I do.
So,
Oh,
no taxes.
no taxes. Right, but you have to start paying them after we fix things.
You mean after you destroy the Church of Stellar Flame, depose the hegemons, bring peace to the galaxy?
Well, well, I don't know. It seems kind of hypocritical for us to,
Not pay taxes.
Yes. Well, right now it's kind of like an act of rebellion because, fuck them.
Right.
But then when we actually have a good government,
Let me add it to the vows. I promise to pay my taxes on time once we have toppled the imperial powers of the galaxy.
Victor said, "That's never gonna happen." You probably also. I don't imagine she knows much about the extent of his work and how illegal it is. It's like explaining stonks.
The complicatedness of his criminal empire. Got it.
Yes, she just knows vaguely that he does illegal things, and
He's
he
in
is
the
good at.
import-export business.
Yeah, he's in the shipping industry.
So what you're telling me is that Blue is a well-kept mob wife.
Yes,
Okay. Got it.
Goodfellas
she doesn't
just
know what that
went
man
around.
does.
Okay.
She doesn't know what that is. She doesn't know what's going on. She just plays her little action hero game, and money appears.
I was thinking, I was talking to Green, and he wants to settle down in Nightfall sometime. Race is coming up. Plus, you've got your friend doing concert tour. Maybe we should stop by after we've figured out what to do with the Conclave.
Ooh. Are we going to set him up?
Set who up?
Green. Green. In a good way, not in a bad way.
Oh, you mean like set him up with a life?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Don't tell Pink, but he's been shopping for flats in Nightfall.
Well, I know she has expensive taste.
Well, good thing you've made quite a few creds with this little rebellion of yours.
Yes, and hopefully we can use that to make sure everyone here gets a nice, peaceful life after all of this, or
I'm
whatever
so
life they
glad
want.
You're the good guys.
Yeah. We're not going to use it for bad things. I just want everyone to have a nice life after this. And helping Green and Pink do that.
She does a little shrug.
We'll take care of people. We're not rebels without a cause. The cause is good.
And it's the people.
She gives him a little poke on the nose.
Yes. All right, you. People helper.
Are we going to tell them, or is this a secret?
We can tell them.
Ooh, okay.
I'll let...
Wait. Should I tell Green first and then let him decide if he wants to tell Pink?
Probably.
I don't want to, ruin his surprise.
Yeah, I would
But-
really hate if Green ruined my surprises.
You have surprises?
Shh. Don't spoil it.
She does a very dramatic little hands up.
I'm going to go talk to Green.
I'll be right here.
Gotta go find that man.
Where's Green?
He is in the kitchen. In one hand, he's got a recipe book. In the other hand, he's very carefully just pouring coffee into a cake pan.
What you doing?
Just from under or over your shoulder.
As book here says, it's called tiramisu.
Ooh. Is that something Pink likes?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna try it out, see if she likes it. And to be fair, if everyone likes it, then boon for the crew. It just means that I hide most of the pan from the rest of y'all.
I see. I bet that would be served really nicely in a really cute cake platter, in a really nice apartment in Nightfall. Wouldn't it?
Who told
She's-
you this?
She's doing the most mischievous little smile, like a little cat mouth.
Just the slowest of turns.
I'm not going to reveal my source, but Pink doesn't know.
Victor.
Okay. All
It
right.
is.
Okay. Yes, he
Yeah.
did tell me that you planned to settle down there and you were looking for places. And if
The doors, there's no door to the kitchen. There's an archway.
she's
Anyone
not
can
here,
walk in.
she's on the other side of the ship. It's fine.
How do you know?
I checked.
Okay. I'll trust you
I'm-
on that.
I can keep a good secret, and Pink deserves for this to be taken with the utmost care. So, I'm willing and able
Right.
to help you pick things out that maybe your male sensibilities could not understand.
I'm sorry. What's that supposed to mean?
She does a little nod of like,
Do you know what kind of view she wants in the city? Do you know if she wants a corner on a building? How many bedrooms? Does she want open concept? These
And
are
he
all
pulls
important
out.
things.
He pulls out a notebook.
ooh,
14th floor, because it's good luck. The total room number must be either a 5 or a 7. Again, also good luck. A corner's ideal. However, anything with a nice view of the waterfront and anything that doesn't face the corporate district. Have to see the sunset. Eastward facing.
Ooh, you are well researched.
Yeah, I also wanted to have like a walk-in closet. I don't mean like a little fucking
You're gonna
closet you
need a
can
big
step
one.
inside. I mean a big one, all right?
Yeah. All right, then you're already doing better than I thought.
Thank you.
And maybe have you priced any of these out yet?
Yeah, I have actually.
Good. Maybe you should add
and she will write a little number in the notes.
I think that's a good limit, don't you?
You know, I used to blow that in a weekend, right? I'm saving it. That's an improvement.
Exactly.
It's for a good cause.
Right. Well, if you want any help,
Yeah.
not that you can't do it yourself,
Yeah.
because I believe in you.
Go to Victor.
No, you can come to me.
Oh, okay.
It's my money now.
Well, yeah, it is. It's your money, but like, well, I don't. Yeah, no, it's your money. It's your money.
We're married.
Well, yeah, you are. You just.
I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that you're not stressing about this, and Pink gets something that she enjoys.
Why would I be stressing about this?
I would be.
Oh yeah, because
You-
she's fucking perfect, right?
Exactly. And it's going to be where you live, and who knows how long? It could be forever.
I would hope it's for fucking ever. You know. like,
Exactly. So it's got to be perfect. So no expense should be spared.
you're getting real worked up over this.
Well, she's my best friend. I care very much.
Are you sure you're not projecting?
Oh, I already have the place I want picked out. Don't worry about that. That was easy. Besides, Victor's more particular than I am.
Oh, is he?
Oh, very.
I mean, I suppose he kind of has to afford to be particular.
Yeah. He learned from a young age that he had expensive taste. Or so he says. And Pink does too, so I figure if it's something he'd like, it's something she'd like.
Yeah, but for her, it's cute.
Yeah. Anyway, just. I'm not trying to. I just want to help you because you're my friends, and I don't want it to go unnoticed that you both put your lives on the line every day for this.
Now you got me feeling all sentimental.
Well, it is sentimental.
And this is you investing in your future and hers. So I want to invest in that too. And she'll give you a little pat. Let me know when your cake is done. We'd love to try it.
Let you know when it passes inspection.
Oh, right. And she will let him continue his very methodical cake making.
Tiramisu ain't no joke.
It's really not.
It's tough to make.
It
It
really
hard.
is.
Full concentration.
We go across the ship finally to Indigo, who is taking care of a very exhausted and spent speeder, who is just kind of lying there, not saying a whole lot, and staring off into space.
I think Indigo himself is trying to give them their space, but at the same time keeping busy. And mind you, it's been a few months, right?
It's been a few months since you saw them in person. Yes, we're just.
No,
like,
I mean like our time skip.
yeah,
It's literally
that's
been a
what I
few
mean.
months for us,
Yeah,
but like also
6-week
the room.
time skip, and then you hadn't even seen them for a while because the last time you saw them was in season 1, I believe.
Right. Correct.
So,
So Indigo's room is covered in plant life of all different sorts from all throughout the galaxy. And if you pay close attention, you see Leon kind of like doing his best Tarzan impressions as he's swinging from the little vines in the room. Indigo has this small little space where he does his vlogs as well as all of his engineering stuff. Most of that he does down by the engine room. But yeah, I think he would have a space set up for Speeder with some of their favorite plants and just keeping space with them, but not really saying anything.
it's a while of comfortable silence. Eventually, probably, it's been hours of this with you just kind of working. Eventually, Speeder sits themselves up, kind of blinks, and then looks over. Did we get everyone out?
Everyone that we could.
Blinks, nods.
Few cores without bodies, as well as some spare parts. I don't
Well,
know what in the world they were doing in there, but
they just came for the transport shuttle. We get the impression it was because they wanted to hurt you all.
yes, well, vengeance is best served when I feel like it. And right now, I don't feel like it. I feel like talking with you.
Can we get the other bodiless cores soon? I know the
Of course.
building collapsed, but they're still there, probably.
It's second on my list.
They nod. They stand up and kind of start walking around the room, their hands kind of lazily drooped behind their back. You really are a good listener.
Through the hundreds of years I've been sailing, we'll call it, through the galaxy, I've learned that a lot of people have a lot to say. Sometimes an ear is the easiest way to not only get your point across, but also share.
How many planets are these all from?
Oof. How many planets is on our map?
Let's
Tens.
take this
Tens of
opportunity
planets.
to look.
Show the map.
Yeah, a lot.
We
lot
love
of
to look at the map.
planets.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have visited Mem, Sanhandra, Baftoma, Warren, Aleph, SB-176, Emerith, Indri, Aketi, and Nightfall.
And Amarath, right?
Yeah, if I didn't say that, yes, Amarath.
Yes. He'll point to some vines that Leon's like hanging off of as they're having this conversation. Those right there from they're called Amarath's ladder because they kind of branch out like a ladder, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's the planet that we like to call home for right now.
Yeah, I had it in the coordinates before they came. Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Just can't get the attack out of my head. That's all.
It's upsetting that the dangerous game we play is just trying to live. But myself, as well as the rest of the crew, as well as yourself, are in the position to make sure that we don't have to play the game by their rules much longer. And I have a few things set up to make sure that the game's going to change completely.
What do you mean?
And at that point, Tara,
Yes, Indigo.
I know you like to listen in on all our wonderful conversations. Could you shut down your listening capabilities for a moment?
Is this one of those wink wink requests, or do you really want me to stop listening?
I would really like you to stop listening.
Understood, First Officer.
And then if you're looking at things from Tara's POV, you hear Indigo mouthing his future plans that he has set up.
Okay. They will nod and listen. Luna Wanaki, that might be the craziest thing I think I've ever heard you say.
And I've said some crazy shit, right?
And which part of that plan do you think is not about to cause sector-wide collapse?
Oh, it's not that I don't believe it will cause sector-wide collapse. That's part of the plan. But in collapse, there needs to be a rebuilding. And obviously, the hegemony, if anything, they're holding this thing all together by a thread. And the rebuilding can come from the communities and planets on their own. And then they get to choose whether they want to connect and communicate with one another, so to speak, in their way.
Can I connect to you really quick?
Without question, he puts his arm out.
They'll connect and you'll get uploaded the plans that we talked about last season. A warehouse that can manufacture Herbot bodies and has many already made. Can you just focus on the tangible job in front of us before you start going all crazy on me?
This is going to take a lot of resources. And I know just the woman I need to have a conversation about gaining a lot of resources.
You have a mysterious benefactor that I don't know about since the last time we saw each other?
I mean, if I called them mysterious, they'd be upset because they'd want to be known as more popular than that. So no, I don't.
I'll let you make a call.
Still connected to them, he will transfer over the schematics to the source.
Oh my. They look at you, raise eyebrow, kind of. They don't have eyebrows, but kind of a... Why are you sending me this?
The idea of a regenerating energy source is that it never runs out. So why wouldn't I share it with everyone?
Oh, I knew that's what this was about. I knew it. If technology is too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands, then give it to everyone's hands. Is that what we're talking about right now?
I mean, if we're going to be upset about the fact that the hegemony have a weapon that could eliminate everything, won't they be more fearful of everyone else if they think that they have that as well? And also, it's not a weapon. With this, how many bodies will we be able to create?
This solves a lot of problems, a lot of my problems, our problems really well. But I think you might have let things go a little too far.
So small projects.
Let me catch up to where you're operating and remember the plants, friends. Keep your feet grounded before you start trying to change the world too much. We just found each other again.
And I agree. Although the world isn't willing to change to make a space for you. And I can't have that.
Treading on dangerous ground. The Prime would be happy. I'm skeptical. Who would you like me to tell this plan to? No one?
Boy.
Everyone?
You are your own person. You can tell it to whomever you wish. It's not like I'm going to do the plan right now. I still have a lot on my plate. Half of it.
And if I
Probably
told
doesn't
it to
belong there.
Whirlpool, she'd be cool with... You know what?
Okay, last time I didn't tell Whirlpool about a plan, we all lost our memories. So probably shouldn't not keep a secret. But at the
If I
same
remember
time,
correctly, I think you said also that she was going to space someone, so
I'm glad
complicated.
that you. Yes, very complicated. Most of this is. Hence why I'm telling it to you, seeing as how we are both the most intelligent beings on this ship right now.
They give you very cool it. Literally, if you need to.
You see steam like slowly leaving his body.
Okay. I'm okay. Plan soon. For now, focus on me and not your machines for a little bit.
You see there's a small lamp at the desk and he turns it off. Turns and focuses on Speeder.
Good night, Leon. You'll transition away. Does anyone have... Oh, I should mention, for this downtime, we're not going to do a job to recover the Urbot cores. Gonna handle it as a downtime activity. A 6-tick clock to recover all of them, which any of you can contribute individually or together to. And you can work on it as long as you're still in the system. So just want to make sure you're calculating that into all of your collective downtimes. But with that, who has downtime stuff they would like to work on? Green, go right ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I would want to spend one of my downtimes towards this collaborative efforts, if I could.
You absolutely could. There's many ways to... Is there another phrase than skin a cat? I hate that expression. There's many ways to...
Peel an orange?
There we go. There's many
Yes, that's
ways
much
to
better.
peel this particular orange. How would you like to do that? How would you like to help get them out from under a building's worth of rubble?
I would like to use my source version of kinetics to move the larger pieces.
So just physically move them. Okay.
Yep.
What role would you say that is, Green?
I feel the one that works the best is scrap, arguably. Although I could see the argument for helm.
Probably scrap makes more sense than helm in this instance. I'm going to say if you were choosing to use kinetics, then I will give you regular effect. Otherwise, I would say it would be a limited effect on just moving bricks. But yeah, go ahead.
Can I... I would like to push myself for greater effect if I could.
So that means you're going to take 4 stress?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying no. I'm just confirming. I'm just confirming. Yes, you can.
So, controlled great.
Yeah, the
Or-
position doesn't matter, but just the effect
Okay.
will be great. There is no
Okay.
danger.
That is a critical success.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Wow.
That's a good one. The 6s keep rolling in.
Well, everyone, about that, you don't have to do anything because Green just goes into turbocharge and using the source to power himself literally removes all of the rubble, loads up all the Urbot cores onto the shuttle himself, and brings them all back to the Firedrake. Because you finished
That's
the
my
clock
man.
in literally
Stand
one
by
go.
him.
Slay.
And then permission to use my other downtime to immediately indulge in my vice.
I believe you're talking about the kitchen galley one, yes?
Oh yeah, I'm making everyone a meal for a job well done.
Yes. I do not remember how that particular vice works, but I believe it just functions like any other vice roll. Am I remembering this correctly?
It does. It's only limited in that we require a galley in the
Which
ship.
you have. Okay. So yeah, go. And does it affect everyone else too? Let me see.
Oh, we forgot to put our insignia.
It's true. You did forget to put your insignia.
I would like to
I
take
also
a
realized
flashback.
I forgot to
Green
do
was
your
just
heat,
there.
which I need to do.
Yeah. Actually, if I was just moving the rubble, could I leave our insignia where it used to be?
No, that doesn't
Oh,
count. I'm not gonna let
that's
you fix it
fair.
in post.
Damn it.
I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Home cooking vice. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I believe you can all take that vice.
Oh,
cool.
Interesting.
Yes, I think I'm pretty sure the idea behind that. Did I turn away from the mic? Could I I believe
You
the
cut
idea
out.
of that one is that you all can take that as your vice. But let me double check. But first, Green. Yes, go ahead and do your vice roll for home cooking.
Excelente. And I get the +1d because we are at war, right?
It's been a while since we did vice rolls in this game.
I think we do.
We are
I
at
think we-
war, but we do not get the bonus to.
You get old hands for +1 to your vice rolls when you're at war with the hegemony, yes, but you did not spark of rebellion.
So,
Damn,
so you
that's-
can overindulge, I believe, is the rule with that.
Yes, you
fine.
can overindulge. But you
4.
did not, because it's exactly 4 stress.
Hey.
Just checking. I believe it's Star Dancer. Yes, your whole crew gains home cooking as a vice. Right after a job, you may spend 1 cred and a downtime activity to cook for everyone, allowing the whole crew present to make a vice roll. If anyone overindulges, a fight erupts, and everyone gains 1 stress after the vice roll. So, everyone
Wait, we
can make
have to roll?
everyone can make a vice roll if they would like at this time.
I don't want to make a vice roll.
Please, come on, make it.
How
I've
much
got
stress do you
2
have?
stress. I got 2.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Green took
But-
over that mission. I didn't do much.
Anyone
really
else
did.
can, if they want. You don't have to spend a downtime for that.
Do we still get plus
Um,
1 dice?
Yes.
Yes.
A 6. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
I was 1 away from a trauma, by the way.
I saw that during the last job. I was like,
Buddy,
if you don't
what?
get out of
Using these way abilities is stressful.
Yes,
Yes.
it takes a lot of stress.
He big
But they're
stress.
super strong. You just
Yeah.
can't use them but so much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to roll for your home cooking?
Home cooking.
You just make a
Sure.
vice roll, yeah.
You can make a
Yeah.
vice roll.
Okay.
Do I need it? Let me
I'm just
For
gonna
free.
roll in Foundry. I only have 4 stress right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh, we win
'cause I
these.
might-
We win these.
Yeah. The odds are in our favor. We're
Wait,
fine.
I get a modifier, you said?
You get +1 die
Plus
from
1
old
die.
hands.
From old hands.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly 4.
Whew.
No
Told you we win
fighting
those.
galley.
Whew.
And as Pink is enjoying her dinner, Green's gonna put the first slice of tiramisu down.
Ooh.
Surprise!
Oh, is this? Did you make tiramisu?
I did.
Her face just lights up. This is one
Tara.
of my favorite desserts.
Oh, thank God! I guessed right. This is my. I lost count on the attempts, but I'm sure Tara can tell me how many attempts this month have I made?
I believe this is attempt number 14.
Ugh, embarrassing.
You did all that? Oh. She gives you like a kiss on the cheek. Oh, that's so
Aw.
sweet. You know, these are really hard to make.
You
That's
don't
why I
say.
usually get it when I go out to eat.
I look
Yeah,
forward to
well.
one day sampling tiramisu.
Hey, that reminds me. You got any specifics for what you want to look like yet?
Oh. Truth be told, I am indecisive about this.
Okay.
I am partial to Speeder's appearance, but I also have thought about things a little bit more extravagant.
Well, you have plenty of time to decide.
Actually, that might just be a question for Speeder.
Yes, I believe we may soon have the capability where a decision will become necessary.
Oh. Pink
We-
looks at Green like, what the fuck does that mean?
Do you happen to know where Speeder is?
Speeder is resting with Indigo presently. I was told not to
Ah.
listen in,
It's probably a good idea.
and it was not one of those wink wink don't listen in type things.
Probably still a good idea.
Yes, I believe they are having a private conversation.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to get better about privacy.
Tara, you're doing phenomenal.
Thank you, Green.
At some point I would like to have a conversation with Speeder, but that can wait while others have downtime.
Who else has downtimes?
I gotta
Indigo,
work on the ship.
and then Blue.
Oh, do
We'll
we
go
need
to you
to-
next.
Do we need to repair the ship?
The ship is not injured,
Okay.
so
Can I
you do
do
not
anything?
need to repair the
Bail and
ship.
wiring, extra downtime activity to repair. Okay, so it's just repairs. Cool. So we're good. Nice.
Yeah.
He would get started on schematics for what Speeder wants him to work on. So starting a project on that.
So Speeder is mostly concerned about you all helping raid and take over the warehouse capable of building Urbot bodies. It's not so much a schematic as it is a plan. But if you have a downtime you'd like to do related to that job, absolutely you can do.
Okay. If that's just a job, then I think he would, continuing into that job, start working on, I guess, a project to
There is
Like,
a research in progress if you wanted to help with that. If you want.
what's the project?
The artifacts, that's not done yet.
Okay. Can work on
Wait, isn't that that was the thing that you were doing? I just haven't erased the clock. That's my bad.
Oh, is
Sounds
that
done.
completed?
That was your project, Mandy. That was the
Yeah, I
thought-
thought I helped you with that one.
that was trying to
thought the
discover
powerful-
which those cataclysmic or artifacts that you now have the lists and locations of.
Oh, I thought there was more left to it. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
No, yeah, you have all of the info now. I meant to delete that. I meant to delete that clock, but I must have forgotten.
I think then, because both Tara and Green have to keep reminding him, I think he finally settles down and starts working on, if he's been given any information by Tara, designs on building his second child.
Oh. Like using the source to build a second child?
No, just like a body for Tara.
Oh, okay. Yes. That is a good downtime.
And then I think that would, his assumption is that once the job is completed, then he would have the schematics or the requirements in order for Terra to be able to walk around the ship
Okay.
and wherever
I
they wanna
would
walk around.
say designing a body for Urbot from scratch, given your knowledge and expertise. That would be. What do you want to make it out of? Oh wait, there's a system for this. I keep forgetting. Hang on.
We have technology, Frank.
There's an actual rule set for this. Let me. Is it in the? Is it in the mechanic? I can't remember.
We can come back to that one if
Crafting
people
282.
if you want.
I found it. Okay, what is the device and what does it do? It's a body for an Urbot core, minimum quality level, we'll say 3. What complexity after come that keeps the design from being widely used? It needs an Urbot core. What drawbacks does it have? None really. Okay. Yeah, I think an 8-tick clock for this.
Got it.
Just crit. It's that easy.
Yeah. All right. And this is rig.
Yeah, you got this.
Yes. Or study, I would say, either one.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Actually, I think it does because I have tinker. So I'm going to use rig. When you work on a clock with rig, or when you study a schematic, fill +1 segment. So would this technically be a schematic? Because I
Well,
don't
you're
have...
designing it, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So either way, +1. Okay, we're going to do study. I'm going to save my stress. I don't have to finish all my projects in one day. I'm gonna take my time, like Speeder said. No rush.
Yeah, slow down a little bit.
A partial success.
Partial
5.
success. So that's 2 ticks on the clock.
All right, so 3 total.
Yes, 3
Sweet.
total. 1, 2, 3. Let me make that clock so you all can see it, because I don't believe you can currently. Configure ownership. All players, observer. Can you see it now? Should be able to.
Chop shop.
No, design Terra body. Wait,
I
did
just
do it?
chop shop just appeared for me.
Rip, I clicked the wrong one. There we go.
Chop. That's the old one now. That's the
That's
one that
an old one.
almost.
Shop needs to be deleted. There we go. Now do you see it? Should see it.
Yep.
I do.
Okay.
I
Good.
would, for the second one. Trying to think, do I want gather intel? Is that a job? Is that
no,
a
but
downtime?
pause. I'm gonna go to
Yes.
Momo because
Go,
Momo
go,
has
go.
something. Momo, what downtime did you want to do, or did we
Oh.
want to do?
Mine are very simple. First question is, Blue has not been told about any of the plans that are floating about yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay, then I cannot assist. I wanted to make sure before I used it. I was like, wait, if she knew, she would use her stuff to help. But as she does not know,
Well,
then
you
she will
knew
not.
that eventually the plan was to help Conclave 1 help them with the factory. That was established during season 2. So you know that that was on the agenda. You don't know that Speeder was talking about it literally today. But at some point in the
Okay.
past, that was brought up. Yes.
Okay, then the only thing I think I just would like to roll my vice, which is my obligation vice.
Oh, yeah. How does that work now?
I have an obligation to my husband because I love him.
Ah, yes. I think we talked about this at some point and I just forgot.
Yes. So it's truly, it'll just be spending time with him. It doesn't need to be
Okay.
anything. But my obligation, I spend time with my spouse. I give him the head pats he needs and the attention he requires.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your obligation.
Makes it sound so bad. I love him, I promise. It's not an obligation. Oh, a 6. I mean, not a 6. A 5. Nice.
Did you overindulge? Oh no, that was
No.
exactly
That was
exactly
perfect.
the amount.
That's exactly what I needed. Oh
The
my
one
god,
time
he's
you all
exactly what I
can
needed.
overindulge and you don't overindulge. So close on multiple rolls.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's
I
the
have a
thing.
trauma,
Clobbering time.
so I have.
Oh yeah,
to
you
make a
have
roll.
to indulge your vice. So does Blue
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I
from a
have
long
to
time
indulge.
ago.
How much stress do you
Um,
get for that?
1.
One if you
1
don't
per
indulge.
trauma.
Oh, I'm fine.
And then my other downtime, I'm just gonna use Favors Ode during a downtime. Anytime you gather info, take +1d. And I'm just gonna get some information on the race. That's all, because that's the next thing that she had on her agenda.
Oh, yeah. I'd say study probably, but also maybe a social skill if you're doing it that way.
What do I want? Here, let me read the. Can I roll command?
You want to like do you're
Wait.
gonna like go up to someone and be like, you tell me what I want to know. That's what you're going for?
Well, so it says you compel obedience with your force of personality.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't have to be aggressive necessarily. That is
Yeah.
true.
It's more big aura.
I would say yes, I will allow this. But what I will
Oh.
say is if you
But I have
if you do
argument
this,
for.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. What is your argument?
My thought is she compels this kind of obedience because she's a well-known racer who
Yes. And also leader of a very well-liked organization. So sure,
Mhm.
I will allow it, and I think it's good. What I will say, if this becomes a pattern of behavior, I may use this against you at some point in the future.
he said, "You best not act up twice."
I'm just saying, constantly using your aura, risen
Aura
people
farm. You
up.
can't aura.
You can't
you
aura
can't
farm
aura
forever.
farm.
Can't aura farm forever. Words to live by.
Kid, you can't aura farm forever.
So, just saying,
Okay, all right, that's fair.
All right.
If
go ahead.
I farm too much, that's fair.
Not that I'm not gonna ever allow it, just something might happen eventually based on the
Okay.
aura farming. Maybe someone is obsessed with you or something. There's all sorts of stuff I
Well,
can do.
what's new? See, it was still a partial success.
Okay, so you get information about the race. They are trying to do the race a little bit differently this upcoming time. They are trying to do a race to end all races, going to some of the best pilots in the sector. And they are going to have a huge buy-in for this one. Like, you're going to have to put up money to participate.
Ooh.
And
Okay,
there'll be an
that's fine.
enormous cash reward.
I don't care about that.
That is what you learn about the upcoming race. They don't have
I
a
just wanna
date
win.
set for it just relatively soon, but you are in the right know. It'll come through your channels when that's set in stone.
Good.
Saying a rebellion costs money,
That's true. Rebellion does cost money, and I can't drain my husband's funds because
Better
I
hit
need
up,
those for when we retire.
Better Rob Aldani. Sorry.
No, but like if you win the pod race, you can sell the earnings or whatever.
Exactly. I'm gonna win the pod racing, and then I can leave planet
You can free your mom.
and free
become
my
a Jedi.
mom.
I came back
Yeah,
and
okay.
freed all the slaves.
Not
we're
like Anakin
prequel. We're
Skywalker
prequel
style.
memeing. Sorry.
Sorry, we're
Fucking-
memeing so hard.
Oh, Now,
Who
this
else
is
That's
has
it.
a downtime
is-
they would like to work on?
I got. Oh, go ahead, Mandy. Go ahead. You go.
No, you go. Mine's super quick.
Okay. I am going to, while Asmisa and I are watching a movie, usually I'm pretty locked in, enjoying it, even, just locked in on it. I am going to let my mind wander. I'm going to roll my vice at the start and see if I overindulge or not, because that'll depend on how I tackle
Ooh.
this.
Okay, go
Um,
for it.
so this is insane. I had 2 stress and I rolled 2s.
Yo!
Wow. The
LFG.
universe is telling us something.
It's the
That's
way.
insane. Okay, well, I had a bit to go, but no longer. So usually he's locked in watching the movie, but he lets his mind wander into the way and kind of thinks about back on his decisions, the job, letting his Misa kill. Was it the right thing? Was it the right way to handle things? Even if I didn't kill, I let her kill.
Mm.
I gave her the go ahead. She asked. I'm complicit. But at the same time, it was to save lives. And he's thinking, am I trying to convince myself or am I trying to convince the way here? And he ends up. Yeah, go ahead.
The feeling you get killing in defense of others is never wrong, but there is usually another way, and in that moment you didn't have the wisdom to either seek it or know it, and that bothers you. So your conscience can be clear, but you probably could have done things differently.
So as soon as the movie's over, he goes to his little Morse code transmitter and sends a message to the remnants. And I'm going to use lay low, and I'm going to have the remnants attack like a transport in a different system to get the heat off of us.
That is great, and thank you for reminding me, because I need to do your heat for this sector, because I did not do that during between, so I need to actually do that really quick. So bear with me, because it has been a bit since I did it. And...
Wait, they were bandits, right? They weren't hegemony this time.
You always get heat, though.
No, I understand that. It's just not going to be as bad as it usually is.
Okay, smooth and quiet, no. Contained, no. Loud and chaotic, no. I would say wild, devastating. A building came down. Anyone disagree with that?
Nope.
Okay, that's 6 heat. High profile or well-connected target public use of artifacts. No, didn't actually do that this time. Killing of hegemonic citizens. Massive property damage, illegal weapons use. Yep, that happened. So that's 2 more heat. So 8 heat.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
And that'll be... which sector are we in? We are in Iota. So 8 heat in Iota.
I should have just said it. I didn't want to say it.
Believe in yourself.
I was scared. I was like, Iota?
Gotta believe.
Wait, where? Oh, yeah.
Indigo's the smartest man in the room.
Magiverse.
Bioferment.
Iota. Yeah, you had no heat here before.
Hey, don't
so
talk
this
about
is
my friend like that.
The first
Sorry.
time you have
Yeah.
heat. Oh, wait. 8 heat exactly takes you to wanted level 1. So there's no heat to clear in Iota. However, there... Oh, no. Actually, if you clear heat, you'll get rid of the wanted level. So let me...
Perfect.
I'm going to actually give you a choice, because I like that you're doing lay low for the first time. In Rin, you are at wanted level 4, max heat. In Iota, you are at wanted level 1 with no heat. In Holt, you are at wanted level 2 and no heat. And in Breck, you have no heat somehow. That's just fortunate. That's where
Horrifying.
Nightfall is. So which system would you like to lower your heat on specifically?
I'll say the system we're in because that's where our home base
Okay,
is. So I want to keep it
Iota.
off.
Okay, so go ahead and roll lay low. That was a good way of laying low. I like that. I guess that would
Gotcha.
be command.
Great lay
maybe?
low.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying
If
to
you're
think.
sending the remnants to
Yeah,
intercept
yeah.
communications.
Agreed. Okay.
Okay.
Rolling a 5. Partial
Alright.
success.
So that should be lowering it by 2, if I'm remembering
Correct.
correctly. Yes. So that takes.
Well, it
you
says
from-
so it reduces the heat in the system by 2 automatically, and then it lowers the wanted reduction clock by 2 for my
Got
roll.
it. Okay. So that'll put you at 6 heat, and then wanted reduction clock. Oh no, it'll keep the heat the same, but it'll just do the wanted reduction. That's right. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this system, so let me go. Iota wanted clock. Okay, 2. And let me make sure you all can see that. Okay. Okay, awesome. Make sure all these clocks are visible to y'all. Who else has a downtime they would like to do?
I would like to heal myself.
Go right ahead. Do you take a penalty for healing yourself? I can't remember.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
What kind of whack ass shit is that?
It's hard to operate on
I don't know.
yourself.
I have a blasted hand.
Oh no.
This blasted hand.
This blasted hand.
I think it's -1d. Is it -1d?
I believe you are correct. It should say
Can't
it
remember
in
what
there
page. Doctoring is on.
somewhere. This book is so
recover.
nice.
I think it's on the recover page.
Yeah, I believe it is on recovery. Can you all hear my child?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No.
good. He's just being cute.
It doesn't-
Recover 187.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I don't see.
The other
You can
place
treat
that it-
yourself, but it costs. Oh, it costs a stress to do it. I'm going to
Got
my
it.
boyfriend to see if he will heal me.
Oh, I can't do that.
Do you have doctoring skill?
I have a pip in doctor, yes.
Okay. So
He's
yes,
learning.
your boyfriend can doctor you.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll probably like intercom. Hey Green, can you come to the med bay and help me out really quick?
Yeah, of course. And he'll just
And you see like you saw this at the mission, but she of course did not call any attention to it whatsoever, because when does she ever? She takes care of everybody else first.
As always.
And she just kind of holds up her hand that's still bandaged and not at all fixed in any way, shape, or form. I can't really. It's my dominant hand, so I can't really do anything with it. Can you help me? Don't look at me like that.
How did I miss this during dinner? Oh, okay. If you hadn't a field dressed it, I might actually be upset right now. Time to doctor. Oh god.
She looks very guilty.
I believe since you're in the med bay, that gives you some kind of a bonus. If
You
I'm
get +1.
remembering correctly. Yeah.
Oh, thank god! Yeah,
Yep.
2Ds, baby! Success!
Yay!
Alright,
Okay,
that'll
so I'm
clear
Let's
cleared of
go.
my
Oh.
harm.
And then it'll
That's
be...
all I had was level 1.
Okay, yeah. That'll clear all level 1.
Excellent. So he'll do a quick redress, inspect, and now for the most important part, he's gonna kiss her hand. All bad.
Aww.
Kiss it and made it
Thank
better.
you.
Solves all problems.
Who has downtimes left?
That's it for me. Right? Because we only get 2, right?
Yeah.
We're not on the
Yes.
3 right now? Okay.
I have one more to go,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to do it, a side job.
Ah, yes, that's the one that gets you money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how this one worked either, but I believe you just do it and it gives you
And then you get then you get 2, because I
Yep.
have it as well.
Is it 2 credits or 1? I
Or
thought
you
it-
get 1. You get 1. You get 1
Get
credit.
1 credit and a rumor.
oh
I was wondering if I could get a rumor about this warehouse that Speederhead brought up.
Ooh,
And let's say I'm
okay.
doing a job for our friend.
Let me think. What's a good juicy rumor?
I know Vorax got some gigs for me.
Hmm.
Probably has a hacking job for you
Yeah.
that he's too busy for.
Like I got double the hackers on the ship right now.
The rumor that you hear is this factory some time ago did some manufacture job for the Guild of Engineers on the hush hush. And some of the workers in this factory were either bought off or killed off. The rumors are hazy about the details.
Interesting. Wonder if that's something to do with our former friend who used to want to tag along all the time.
Which former friend?
The one I blew up.
Oh, could be. And
Diana?
I think Diana is who
Yeah,
you're
Diana.
thinking of. I think that is a great time for a break. Wow, time flies in this game, an hour and 40 minutes in.
Boys.
When we come back, I believe that Speeder will want to have a conversation with you all about the job that they have briefed you all on in the past. And I'm sure you all have some follow-up conversations to have with each other. So we're going to be back in about 10-15 minutes. Go get a drink, go get a snack, stretch, and do whatever you have to do, but come right back, and then we will
Posture
have
check.
more wonderful Scum and Villainy Ignite Recall action when we return. Thank you all for watching us, and we will be back shortly.
Bye. Be right back.
sound, turn the lights out. Tell me when you want it. Baby, you're the one I wanna know about. We can fall in slowly, yeah. We don't need to do the talking. Get into it, baby, softly, yeah. 매일 on and on, 계속 on and on. Baby, come and show me.